Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. So we've just finished off the sand ship and our robot captain buddy is here. Thankful we got his ship back. He also mentions that him and his crew got it shaped up to almost proper working order in no time. Wishes us good luck, and we are welcome anytime. So yes, even though the sand ship was nearly destroyed by Tantalus in the last part, you can actually kind of see it out there. I believe that would be the sand ship. Him and his crew have actually got it back in working order, so if you want, you can talk to him, and he will eventually, give us the option. We can return to the sand ship, so if you missed out on the heart piece there, or something else you want to go back for, you can go back and visit it. You can also go back to sea and visit all the other places. So we're just going to tell him never mind, and we're going to say goodbye to him for now. However, there is actually one more thing that we want to do in this region, now that we have completed the sand ship. But the fastest way to get there is probably going to be to go back to the sky and then come back and land right beside it. So let's go ahead and get going. Okay, so the place that we are wanting to go, we've got quite a lot of bird statues around here now. The place that we're wanting to go is going to be over here to the shipyard. So let's go ahead and drop down. If you remember, this is the place that had the minecarts, and we are actually coming back for that reason, which you'll see in a little bit. For now, let's just go ahead and land and make our way up to the minecart station. You could sail, you can see for some reason the robot captain's made his way back over here. I guess he was just psychic and knew we were going to be here, or maybe there's more than one of him, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, you could sail through the sea to get here, but it's really just faster to go up to the sky and come back down. So once we make our way over here to the minecart station, you can see here's our old lonely Goron friend. You know, you could probably go somewhere else now that the skipper's out here. I mean, I'm sure he'd be able to take you back to land, right? So if we talk to him this time, he says, we're here now, so how about a little fun? Well, fun sounds good, I'm interested. So it turns out that he's actually set up a little mini-game here. This is a race against time. Scream across as fast as you can. And he's going to tell us about controlling the cart a little bit more for some reason. But we have 20 rupees a ride, so yeah, sure, we'll do it. And we have a choice between tracks. These are just the two that we did before. The scary one is kind of like the tutorial one, and the heart stopping is the final one. So we're going to do the heart stopping, of course. Alright, so we can get going. Now, we're actually going to be timed this time, so it's a little bit like a race. Of course, leaning around corners is definitely going to be the way to gain speed. So you're going to have to be attentive here. And like I said before, it's the exact same track, so you pretty much just have to, kind of memorize it a little bit and get used to the turns. Alright, so you can see our best time up there is 10 minutes, but what we're actually aiming for is less than 1 minute 5 seconds. And if we do that, we'll get the correct reward. It's not too hard if you're pretty decent at leaning into turns and everything. And while that doesn't help, the luck factor involved in those jumps really doesn't make things any easier. Alright, so like I also said before, I do believe the right path is faster because it has more turns. You can get some real speed, especially if you know the track. You can see I am moving right along here. We're going really fast. Alright, so we're getting pretty close to the end, just these few jumps. Oh man, yeah, again, random luck when it comes to jumping, wow. I don't think I can remember the last time that's actually happened to me. But, oh well, that means we lose just because he decided not to make the jump correctly. So, alright, doing it again. Okay, so this time it looks like we made the jumps correctly, and as you can see, definitely clocked in below the 1 minute 5 second mark, just over 1 minute. So it's not too bad. And he's going to rate our performance here. Says that was unbelievable, even he can't go that fast. So, alright, he's going to give us the treasure he found on this island, and it is a piece of heart. So yeah, the 105 is a little bit strict. You do kind of have to know the course a little bit, so it may take a few tries, especially if it's only like your second time through the course, you know. So that one may take a few tries, but it's not too hard. I mean, it's more lenient than it sounds, especially once you can lean into basically every turn. you find it's really not too hard. So it's just the random luck at the jumps at the end, you know, sometimes that kind of screws you over a bit. Nope, not a stamina. Okay, so we're done with the Lanayru Desert region for now. There's nothing else we really need to do, so let's go ahead and get back up to the sky. Okay, so now that we are back up here, we can check out our map. You can see we've got quite a few goddess chests. There's actually 2 in this little region. And we're pretty close to this one right now, so we're going to go ahead and take care of this. After we grab these chests, we will be heading back to Skyloft, because now that we have the claw shots and we've gone a little further in the story, some more side quests and optional, you know, collectibles have opened up. So let's go ahead and get to those treasure chests first. Okay, so we are approaching the island with the 2 chests on it, and we have actually been here before, because as you can see, there's actually an opened goddess chest right over here. So this is the first one, so yeah, there are actually 3 chests on this island. It's kind of interesting. So we're going to be using our claw shots to get to this one. You can see it's inside this caged area, but there's this little patch of vines here that we can grab onto, drop down, and open it up. So this one contains the potion medal. This is one that you don't really see a lot. Carry this with you to prolong the effects of a potion. So if you have like a stamina potion or an air potion, you know, something that has a duration, this will actually extend it. I think it said doubles it, but I wasn't paying too much attention to the description. But either way, it's not really that useful because, I mean, you've seen how many times I've used those types of potions. But in one area of the game in particular, once we start actually wanting to use the air potion, it might be worth carrying around, so. Second treasure is going to be down here as we climb down and drop to this lower ledge. We can open this one up and we're going to get our second life medal. Remember the first one we bought from Beetle earlier on. So this one is going to increase our maximum number of hearts by 1 as long as we carry it. Unfortunately, our pouch is full, so we're going to send it back to item check for the time being. So once we get back to Skyloft, we'll have to do a little bit of item organization. But let's go ahead and jump off for now. And there are some more chests to pick up, but Skyloft is more on the way. So I'm just going to stop by there first, and we'll pick up the chests later. Okay, so we are landing back in Skyloft once again. It's been a little while since we've come back here for any extended period of time. But it turns out now there's actually a couple side quests we can do as well as some items to collect, so we're going to be here for a little while. It's kind of nice to be back home every now and then, you know. So first off, you can see Fledge is standing up here, and he says he's been great thanks to the stamina potions, plural. There was more than one buddy to give me credit here. So he realized he'll never measure up to us, he's just so scrawny, but wants us to come back and visit again some night, so we'll definitely have to take him up on that. We're just about ready to finish up that quest at this point, so we can finally get some payoff for all the stuff we've been buying that guy. So our second stop, we're going to go into the bazaar. We're actually going to start one of our side quests here. There's actually also a goddess chest available in here. We also are going to go ahead and upgrade one of our items. Also stop by item check. So yeah, there's a lot of stops to make here. We're going to have to run quite a few errands. So we're going to upgrade. We don't have too much we can upgrade because I'm kind of lazy about picking up materials, and I'm really not ashamed to admit it. But we can go ahead and upgrade our bow. You can see Tumbleweed, we have just enough. Evil Crystals, Monster Claws, and Elden Ores, so those are all things we have plenty of. Okay. Alright, so we go ahead and select that we want to upgrade, and he's going to get to it. Again, I still can't get over how, like, disproportionate his legs are. They're, like, so small compared to the rest of him. It's so weird. Alright, so we've now upgraded our bow to the Iron Bow, crafted for the Expert Bowman, has enhanced attack power, can launch arrows further, so that's good. Always good to upgrade the bow. I don't really use it for attacking too much, but you know, it's always nice to have. We can upgrade it another step, but unfortunately we need more Tumbleweed. It seems like everything requires Tumbleweed, but it's the Sacred Bow. That looks pretty cool, actually. We might have to go for that one. We've got a couple other things. I do want to upgrade the Beetle at some point because you could actually improve it with a burst of speed, and that would make things a lot easier. We can also upgrade our shield at some point, but I need just one more bird feather. If I wasn't so lazy, I could go get that, but there's no real need to upgrade the shield for me, because you've seen how often it's come close to breaking, right? And of course, Fi's also going to pop out now. Now that we have our upgraded sword, we can use additional dowsing spots, as it kind of pointed out earlier. So she's going to kind of fill up the 4 diagonal ones throughout time with kind of the more useless stuff, to be honest. But first, she's going to let us douse for treasure. So if we're looking for that, we can use some dowsing to find treasure. Not really that helpful, but, you know, I guess if you're really looking for treasure, you can use it. So we can open this goddess chest here, and if you remember, I think this was the first one that we ever saw, and we got our introduction. If I was like, I don't know how we open it, but now we can open it, so we waited this long, but it's finally there. Alright, and next up is item check. Oh, well, hi. What's wrong? You okay? Nothing wrong. It's not like, oh hey, that guy's back, I'm so happy. Our relationship. Whoa, okay now, wait a minute. Our relationship's gone beyond employee and customer? Oh. Okay, yeah, let's just go about our business as usual. You can guess this is leading up to something, but we've got just like another step to go. Okay, so let's do a little management here. I'm going to go ahead and just dump our backup shield. I will put the life metal back in so we can be... That bothers me when they're not, like, together. So there's our rupee metal, which we don't really need. I don't know if there's anything else that is really that helpful. Yeah. I don't know, like, there's nothing we might just leave that empty, just kind of for something else if we pick up, like, another bottle or something, I don't know. But we'll leave it there just in case. So you can see now that we have the life metal in our possession, we are missing 1 heart, but our maximum has increased, so that's good. This guy's going to tell us that he's carrying a quiver now, which we don't really care about, so we're going to ignore him. However, this guy's got something to say to us. So recently he hasn't been able to sleep at night. Says shouldn't be complaining, but I kind of want to hear your trouble, man. I'm in the business of helping people, so yeah, that's kind of all we get from him at this point. So no, we don't really have any potions to infuse, so yeah, we'll see you later. So we definitely want to keep that guy in mind for later on. Okay, so I believe that should be finally it for stuff to do in the bazaar. That's like the most we've done there in one trip, probably throughout the entire game. But we do have kind of a hint of a side quest that we're going to be starting, so that's definitely good. It turns out we can do basically everything at night, and certain things you have to do at night. So we're going to be roaming around in the darkness for a little while with all the enemies around, but it should be cool. Okay, so first, we definitely want to check up on Fledge at night, so we might as well go ahead and just sleep in his bed again and follow up on that whole thing. Alright, here we are, so let's go ahead and sleep until night. I love the way he just plops into the bed. Like the way it has, like, no give. Like, that looks so hard, I don't know. Whoa, holy crap, man, check this out. Look at Fledge go. Oh, man. He's not struggling anymore, is he? Holy crap. Almost 4,000 push-ups. Okay, man, I think you've had enough. Alright, so he tried lifting some barrels. He was able to do it with 1 arm. Yeah, I think you're a little too strong, man. You might want to back down. So yeah, it's all thanks to me, of course. And we gave him some motivation. He is thankful, so as you can guess, this will give us our batch of gratitude crystals. It's been a little while since we've gotten any gratitude crystals. But there we go, we finally finished this one off, so that's good. And we'll get our next reward once we hit 50, which we will do pretty soon. So it's also something to keep in mind. Okay, so now we want to head outside of the Night Academy. Unfortunately, the downstairs door is locked, so we'll have to go on up the stairs and around to this one. And almost run out of stamina on the way. So now that we are back outside, what we want to do is actually head back up to the roof. There's something we can do up there with the claw shots that we couldn't have done before. So we get to take this little path that we took at the very, very beginning of the game. I'm talking part 1, as soon as you walk outside. So we're going to have to make our way back up to the roof, and we can head over here. If we take out the claw shots, you can see there's actually a target right here. So we can drop onto this and then just fall down, and we'll actually head into kind of the attic area. There we are at the Night Academy. We can look down, and Oh no, that's the headmaster taking a bath. Link, what are you doing, man? Don't look at that. So yes, we can then crawl through this passage, come out to the other side, and it turns out we drop into this room. There's a gratitude crystal. You can see there's a picture on the wall. Oh, Fi's wanting to tell us that our wallet's full, but I don't really care that much. So we can probably guess whose room this is that we just dropped into. Let's go ahead and grab the gratitude crystal first. And this will bring us up to 48. Cool. And yes, this is actually Zelda's room. So while we're here, let's go through her things. And get a piece of heart in the cupboard. So yes, the game rewards you for searching through Zelda's stuff. That's almost a little creepy if you ask me, but whatever. I believe that one, did that one actually increase our heart capacity? I don't remember, but we're up to 17 now, which is pretty ridiculous. Also, we can look and yes, there's a little like knit tingle doll here. Sounds kind of cute, I guess. Alright, so yeah, you can actually sleep in Zelda's bed too, which is a little bit creepy of Link if you ask me, but well, I guess that's alright. Okay, so now we've finished up our endeavors here in the Knight Academy, and now we can head out onto the town a little bit. There's actually a couple goddess chests that we can get to here now with the claw shots, as well as one more stray gratitude crystal to pick up, and we of course still have to finish that other side quest that we just started in the bazaar. So let's go ahead and talk to Fi so she'll leave us alone. Yes. Okay, so we want to head out in this direction. We kind of want to be heading towards the waterfall. If we take a look at our map, you can see here's the two chests we can pick up. So we are going to be heading out in this area. Avoid the rimlet there. This place would be kind of peaceful at night if it wasn't for all the, enemies and monsters and bats and everything. But oh well. So we have the claw shots. We can look up, and this is one you might not see right away, but we can actually claw shot to these vines up here on this random floating island. And then we can turn around and claw shot up here to get to the island where the waterfall's coming from. And it's also kind of weird because there's no external source for this waterfall. I guess it's just an infinite pool of water that's always flowing down. You can see there's a gratitude crystal there. We'll get that in just a minute when it's a little more convenient. But first things first, we want to hop off in this direction. You can see that's going to aim us towards this chest. This is pretty much the only way to get to it as far as I know. You kind of have to just jump off and then land on it. And then we can get a gold rupee, which unfortunately is entirely wasted because we have a full wallet, but I'm not too concerned about rupees, so we'll let it be. And to get back, we can just use the claw shots and get back onto the main island. Take that guy out before he bugs us too much. And we can repeat the process to get back up here again. That's a huge moon, by the way. Check that out. It's kind of neat looking. That is rather large, though. It would have a huge effect on tides and everything around here, Okay, so up on this island again, we're actually going to do a couple things on it. First, there's a goddess chest. So go ahead and open that. And we get yet another piece of heart. We're actually collecting quite a few of those. So yeah, the last one did actually give us a new heart container because we now have 3 left to go. We can also play the harp here if we want to make a gossip stone pop up. And this one you might actually want to do because it actually gives you a goddess plume. We're going to use the beetle here to grab it. Oh, well, I missed. Okay, fine. Well, we can also use it to grab the gratitude crystal, but I want to use the beetle to grab this so I can skip the whole you got a new item animation, watch it go into the inventory and all that. Okay, so what we are going to land for here, this hasn't been explained to us or anything. This is kind of just something I know to do. We've got this little bird's nest kind of on top of this windmill here, so we want to jump off and aim for it. It's pretty simple, but you do have to move forward quite a bit. Then we can land, wow, right on the edge there. Then we can use the gust bellows to blow this away, and you can see there's something kind of sitting here. If we pick it up, we can see that it's a rattle. It's a baby's toy. So that's obviously what we're going to be using. I love how the rupees spin around when you blow on them. That's pretty cool. But that's obviously what we're going to be using to finish the side quest that we started. So we're going to have to find that guy's house now. It can be a little tricky because there are quite a few houses around. You might have to go in and out of a few of them to find them. But the easy way to find this one is that it's just right across from the bridge. If you just keep going straight on up this hill a little, it's actually this blue house right over here. And you can see here he is up tending to the baby while the wife is, of course, sleeping and snoring, snurking. So there you go. So unfortunately, he's not going to get much sleep. Oh, what's up, man? So the baby just goes on and on all night. He hasn't slept a wink, and he doesn't even know how long, man. That can't be healthy. But before we lost the you-know-what, the rattle. Oh, of course, yeah, that thing that we just happened to pick up, right? So I lost it the other day. A bird picked it up and flew off with it. That's kind of your hint to look for a bird's nest. It would be a little tricky to find, I think, if you didn't quite know where it was, but it is somewhere in town. He wished someone would find it. Well, worry not, my friend, because we got it. Yep, time for Betty Bye. The baby likes it. That's awesome. Right, so he'll sleep well tonight, and he'll finally get a good night's sleep, too. He's grateful, which of course means gratitude crystals. Nice. So this is another bunch of 5 that's going to push us over the 50 mark, so we can collect our next reward at some point. Up to 54. Nice. And there we go. So now he thinks he's going to get a good night's sleep, but we've done basically everything there is to do here at night. There's still some more stuff that we're going to want to do on the next day, but, since we're here, let's just go ahead and sleep till morning. And, just sleep in this guy's bed. He thinks he's going to get a good night's sleep, but I guess we're going to rob him of that, too. And he's perfectly fine with it. No one says anything, and then we wake up the next morning and they're all gone. So either he slept on the floor or just didn't get any sleep once again. Thankfully, you don't get negative gratitude crystals or anything, but if there's ever an act that deserved it, it's probably that. Alright, so it is morning once again here at Skyloft. Felt like grabbing that, I guess. And we've got just a couple more things left to do before we're ready to head off. So what we want to do first is head over towards the Night Academy, which can take a little while because this place is a little large. Alright, so once we head up the stairs and kind of head towards the training area that we went to at the beginning of the game, we can round the corner here. And you can see Fledge is actually standing outside with a speech bubble above him. So what's up, man? So he's pretty much maxed out on push-ups. Yeah, pretty much. I think 4,000 is probably the point where you max out. So he notices our bow, and yep, we're a total natural with it. We're awesome. So Alright, so he wants us to show him how good we are with it. He's going to toss some pumpkins into the air, alright. So we show how good we are by filling them full of arrows. And we'll also give him a workout. 2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah, sounds good. That's just going to do it for 90 seconds. We get 10 points for every pumpkin. The more we hit in a row, the more points we get. And he's going to charge us 20 rupees. We're basically paying this guy to work out. Sure, whatever. I don't know why we can't just play for free. I mean, we're friends here, right? He says it wouldn't be any fun, but come on. Alright, so this is a minigame that's actually a little bit tricky. It might take a couple tries here, just depending on what kind of luck you get with him throwing pumpkins. You want to wait till he throws, and then, okay, missed the first shot. Well, we're off to a good start. So basically, what I like to do is just wait till they're about at the bottom of their arc. The first few pumpkins pretty much always fall in the exact same location, so you don't have to worry about moving too much. Oh man, that was bad, actually. I think it's because I'm talking while doing this. It's throwing off my concentration a little bit. But as you're seeing, the more you hit in a row, the more points you get for each one. It adds 10 up to 50, then you start just getting 50 for each one. So there we go. Once you hit 50, you want to try to not miss, because you'll get 50 each time. The goal here is to get 600 points, and that'll give us our reward we're looking for. You can see as time goes on, he starts throwing them differently. Whew, I didn't think I got that one. I'm waiting for him to throw a sparkling one here. Okay, we're doing good, though. Oh, man, those are so hard when he throws it that high. Alright, well, we might still be able to pull this off. Come on, throw it. Oh, man, come on, throw another one. Yes! Oh, wow. Oh, that was so awesome. 600 points right at the last pumpkin there. They threw like up against the wall. Whew, well, that was a lot closer than I wanted it to be, but I'm glad to have gotten that on the first try. You can tell that one's a little bit tricky. I'm not gonna lie. It's actually pretty difficult. So, well, we got the piece of heart on the first try. It was close, and I made it about as, like, dramatic as you possibly could, but we got it, so... Whew, alright, well, that's good, because I didn't want to have to do this really more than once. You can get a few other rewards, like if you get, I think, over 400, you get, like, a material. If you get under 400, I think he, like, takes pity on you and gives you 50 rupees, so, yeah. Alright, well, now that we've finished that, man, it's hard to transition from there, so I'm thinking this might actually just be the end of the episode. We've got just, like, one more thing that we want to do here in Skyloft, and then we'll head off to our next destination. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do it. You know, let's go ahead and finish off Skyloft here in one part, and then we can just head on to the next area next time. So you can see what we're going to do here. If I can... There we go. It's kind of tricky. He was ahead of me and, like, running away. All right, so you can see we're definitely going up to Beetle's shop here. Oop, there we go. It's a shame this whole thing takes so long, but, well, what can you do, I guess? Okay, so inside Beetle's shop, he's actually got something that we want to buy here that is rather expensive. You can see there's a piece of heart sitting here on the counter. If we examine it, we have great taste in things. It's shiny. He found it someplace nearby. No idea what it's for, but he'll sell it to us for 1,600 rupees. Fine. Alright, so just one more. Yeah, we're about to get actually our 18th heart soon. Just one more heart piece. So that's kind of crazy when you think about it. We've actually gotten quite a few just here in the last like half hour or so. So it turns out we can actually sleep in Beetle's place until night. This is like a really hard metal bed. It's not really even a bed. It's probably like part of the engine or something. But you can actually sleep on it till night. And it turns out we've landed somewhere. You can see he's no longer pedaling, of course. So once we head outside, you might not recognize this island that he's landed on. If we take a look at our map, we can kind of see it's way up here in the top corner. We have actually been here before, because if we look up, there's actually, well, you can't really see it from here, but there's a goddess chest up there that we picked up. And you can see, obviously, the reason that we're out here is because there's a gratitude crystal kind of up in the propellers. So we send our beetle up there. And yeah, if you look over there, see, there's the goddess chest that we picked up before. There's actually another one in here, but it's not available yet, so oh well. Alright, so once we get that gratitude crystal, let's go ahead and take a look. Yes, we're up to 55, so it turns out that after getting that gratitude crystal, we've picked up all the stray ones there are to get, so the rest are just going to come from quests. We also got Beetle standing out here. Looks like he's admiring something. Let's see what's up. And, yes, wakey for the young slug-a-bed. His voice is a little bit different. Dude, your accent, man. What's up with that? What does it matter? Well, yeah, I guess. So this is his humble home. When night draws her tenebrous curtain across the sky, he comes here. It's a bit lacking in comforts, but he can relax in peace. So yeah, loft wings don't fly at night unless we have one of those cool little headlights that I wish we could get. But just chase your dreams on the bed once more, and on the morrow we shall be back in Skyloft. I love that guy. I love talking to him at night. Either way, he's just fancy and refined now, I guess. So we'll go with that. Anyway, of course, we just want to sleep till morning, and he'll pedal us back to Skyloft once we go to sleep. Alright, so we're back once again. We've bought basically everything there is to buy except the bug metal there, which I'm not even going to bother with. So outside of the shop we go. And we drop down. Whoa. Yeah, don't fall off. It can be really easy to, actually. So we drop down there, and we are good to go. So that pretty much takes care of everything in Skyloft. We've got a number of pieces of heart. We finished off a couple of side quests, but there's nothing else to start and nothing else to collect here, so we are done with the area. So because of that, this looks like a pretty good place to stop. Next time we'll head back to the Isle of Songs, right over there, pick up our next song, and then head to the next region, which you can pretty much guess is going to be back to the Elden Province once again. So until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.